Hi, Destiny Squad. How are you doing today? I hope that you are feeling loved because today we are actually talking about self-love. And of course, pardon me for not starting the usual way because of course, if we're talking about self-love, you know that I should also be singing something about self-love. So of course, here I go. You're still the one I run to. That's the only one I dream of. Still the one I want for life. You're still the one. So, of course, we're talking about self love. And if we're talking about self love, you know that when you're talking about self love, the only person that you can talk about is Shensia. So, of course, you know, Shensia, when she starts to sing, she says something like this. First thing in the morning, when I wake up, I thank God for life. I look in the mirror and say, I'm the best, best, best. Way too blessed, blessed, blessed. Way too blessed, blessed, blessed. First thing in the morning, when I wake up, I thank God for life. I look in the mirror and I say, I'm the best, best, best. Way too blessed, blessed, blessed. I hope that this is something that you are always saying. When you're talking about self-love, I hope that always you are saying, I am what I am. Yes, guys, I hope that you actually, show yourself some self-love because self-love is what we are talking about. Self-love is not something about you being vain or anything like that, because there is actually a difference. And that's what we are going to do. I'm going to break it down so that going into 2023, then of course we can start loving ourselves. We can start accepting who we are, because there are so many things happening in the world. And if we can make a difference, we should. And the person to start with always is with yourself. So that is why we are talking about self-love. But before I go further into talking about self-love, and I'm just going to put on my microphone, before we talk much further about self-love, of course, I'm going to find a definition. I'm going to give you the definition for self-love, and then we are going to move further. So I hope this mic will stay on. Let us see how long it will last for. But okay, according to Google, self-love is the state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. So that's one definition for self-love. And of course, I was not satisfied with that definition, so I went on. And there are two other definitions that I'll be telling you about. So the other says self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. How beautiful is that? Self-love also means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please other people. So let me put that down. Let me put that in layman's term where we understand. Or when I think about self-love, I think of looking in the mirror and saying, yes, you may have a big nose, but I still love you. Yes, you have a gappy teeth, but I still love you. Self-love actually boils down to appreciation. Self-love, as much as you look at it, it can actually build confidence as well. So when I think of self-love, I know that it is closely related to self-care. Because if I love myself, then I'm going to take care of myself. If I am going to show love to anybody, I first have to show love to myself. Because self-love comes from a place of self-appreciation as well. If I appreciate me, I can appreciate you. If I have self-love, It's going to manifest in my confidence as well. So it helps to you to be a more confident person. And if you are a more confident person in society, then of course that can only be a win-win situation. So remember, self-love is about acceptance. It builds your confidence. It helps you to actually forgive. And when you talk about forgive, it means that self-love is me forgiving myself to say, look, I am not a perfect person, but at least I know that I am trying. That is what self love helps people to do. Self love is saying, look, I know I am not perfect. So when you make a mistake, I can forgive you as well. Because just like how I am not perfect, then of course I know that you are not perfect as well. And because I know that we are not perfect beings, then of course, I can actually forgive you, see how we can work things out, and we can move on. Self-love actually help you to put value on things. You put a value on your time, the value on how you see other people, the respect that you have for other people. So when you look into it, everything starts with you. If you can't love yourself, if you can't show appreciation, then of course you cannot show that to other people. And I have to say that there is definitely a difference between self-love and being vain. Because some people say that when you talk about self-love, it is like you being vain. No, there is a difference. If self-love is saying, look, I am going to the gym. I want to take up exercising because I like how it makes me feel. It makes me feel, it brings out the best in me. Being vain is saying, look, I cannot miss the gym any day of the week because I want to have those muscles. I want to attract the opposite sex. That is being vain. Self love is saying, look, I know the benefits of exercising. I know the benefits of going to the gym. Therefore, I want to go to the gym so that I can present a better version of myself to you, so that at least we can work together. At least I'm less anxious, right? I don't get upset easily. That is the difference between being vain and self-love. Self-love is saying, look, I am being cautious of what I'm eating. Self-love is saying, look, I know my limit. Self-love is saying, look, yes, this is nice, but I also know the repercussions. Being vain is counting all the calories all the time and not eating, just picking around. So you can see there is a big difference between being vain and self-love. And of course, self-love and self-care, they go hand in hand. Because if I love myself, and when I talk about loving myself, it is not saying I don't have space for anybody else. That's a totally different thing. Self love is saying, I want to present the best version of me. I want to ensure that when I connect with you, when I connect with my children, I am presenting the best version of me to my children, the best version of me to society, the best version of me to my partner, the best version of me to my family, the best version of me to my friends and everybody around me. So you can see that self love is very, very important. Now, how can I show self love? What can I do to actually make me feel better so that I can present a better version of myself where I know that I can present a better version of me and everything like that. I actually have written down some stuff that we can actually do to actually, show self love, because self love, whether or not we actually appreciate it or we recognize it, because some people, and I know it is never easy for you to actually take some time away from the world, take some time for yourself. Because I know that, sometimes, especially if you have young children, it is harder for you to actually have some time to yourself, right? But what I'm saying is that, look, if self love comes into being, it is a win-win situation for you, win-win situation for society, win-win situation for the world, your children, everybody. So the question is, how can I actually show self-love? And for those who are, if you notice, guys, that I'm looking both places, what I can say is that actually, for the very first time, I have actually linked with you with Facebook. So I'm going to say welcome to everybody on Facebook. Of course, this channel is Destiny's Touch of Glamour. And of course, for you on Facebook, the page that you're on is Let's Talk Positive Mindset. I've said before, thank you so much for being on the platform since 2017. I really appreciate you. Going into 2023, of course, after listening to today's live, I go on Facebook, YouTube live on a Wednesday and on a Friday at this time, because that's the channel. I know that you would have been seeing some reels on Facebook. So yes, those reels were taken from my channel on YouTube. So of course, you can actually come back, check it out at all times if this is something that you are interested in. So how can I demonstrate self-love in simple terms? Self-love does not have to be involve money. It can be very simple things. And these are some of them. Self-love can simply means, one, me just speaking, I just speaking positive words over my life. It can involve me actually just listening to some positive podcasts. It can involve me going on YouTube, putting on some positive, inspirational, motivational speeches. That is self-love. So that's one way of you actually taking a little time for yourself to show yourself love, right? So, like I've said, one is just you actually listening to some, speaking some positive things, taking in some positive things into your mind. So that's number one. Number two, it can include simple things such as just doing your hair. It can include you just doing your nails. It is just you taking care of yourself. Remember that I have said that self-love and self-care, they are very close knit. It's like they are brothers and sisters. You cannot have self-love which does not include taking care of yourself as well. So those are just few. Another way of showing self-love is simply setting time apart for yourself. It is simply taking, for example, a bubble bath. Remember, self-love is you unwinding. It is you just saying, look, this is my time. It is just having a little me time for yourself. So self-love involves you doing exactly what makes you feel happy, just a little, in your own time. It can include you actually just lighting your favorite candles. And that is something that I am really big on. So when I am actually my way of unwinding, de-stressing, especially when you come in from a busy day, what I like to do is that I light scented candles. So these are some of the scented candles. I actually just light them. Other than that, and of course, you know that you cannot just go in and take and have me time like that. Self-love me time has to be actually arranged. It has to be arranged. If you have children, it's arranged around your children. So you know exactly what time you are going to do self-love. So it's not you coming in and you know that you have the dinner to cook, you know that you have the children to look after and everything like that. And still you're going to say, no, this is me time. No, that is selfish. Self-love has to be something that you actually arrange, right? But it's very important, no matter how you do it, it's going to be very important that you actually set time apart for yourself. If you don't do it, guys, believe me, you are going to be stressed. You'll find yourself unhappy. You'll find yourself just in situations where you are sad. So it is very important that you actually, set time apart for your self love. And of course, if you have a partner, it can't be something that you just come in and say, oh, this is my time. I want to do more of this in 2023. No, you are going to sit down and you are going to agree, okay, this time each week is my time. That time each week is your time. Because if it is always one person having the me time, then what you're going to find is that somebody is not going to be happy. And always it has to be a hand in hand situation, right? Where self love also teaches you to look out for other people as well. So let's be very clear on that, that when I'm talking about self love, it's not just about you, it's about you thinking about other people as well. So, yes, I have said, for me, it's just lighting candles. That's me showing myself love as well. That is not me saying that I'm forgetting about everybody else. It is just me doing what helps me to de stress. Also, if you see over here, I don't know how many people have seen something like this before. If you notice, the lights actually change. I hope that you're seeing it. The light actually changes. So this is, I think it is known almost like a mood ball. It's a mood light. So what happens is that if you turn it on in the dark, you can see that it changes light, and automatically for some people it actually lifts their mood. So especially if you're in like a cold country. So I am in the UK, so you know that at the moment we're going through winter. So it's very important that we keep our moods up. So something like this, for me, it works. It will not necessarily work for everybody, but for me, I just put on my mood light, I turn off all the lights, and I take a 5 minutes, a 10 minutes, and it helps me to de-stress because it is very important. So this is just like giving certain ideas as to things that you can do, during your me time, during your self-love time and stuff. And remember, self-love is nothing to feel guilty about, because like I have said, it is not you saying that, forget you, but it is just me saying that, look, I am taking care of me so that I can present a better version of myself to you. So don't feel guilty if you have to, if you are planning to actually, pencil in, put in a little time for your me time, for your self-love time. So going back to what self-love is as well. So remember, I said we stopped at self-love, putting in your little candles and what have you. The next thing that some people actually don't see as self-love, but it is actually self-love. Self-love is knowing when to say no. We have a lot of people who cannot say no. People who are yes, yes people. People who, when they are even struggling, they still say yes. Self-love is knowing your limit. Self-love is me saying no to an argument. Self-love is me saying, no, I cannot go out tonight. No, Mr. So and so, talking about the manager. No, I cannot stay over tonight. It is actually you knowing to say no to negative vibes. Self love can actually even mean, in some cases, you separating yourself from a sad person, a negative person. So if you're around someone who is always negative, unfortunately, it can rub off on you as well. So self love is actually removing yourself from situations that actually get you down. And you don't, it is not being mean or anything like that. Remember that you have to see yourself as number one. Seeing yourself as number one is not saying you're a selfish person or anything like that. Like I've kept on saying, self-love is me saying I need to be strong for myself so that I can present a better version of myself to you and to the people who are around me. So, yes, self love is protecting your peace of mind, right? And don't feel guilty about it because your mental strength, your mental health is very, very important. So, protect your mental peace at all times, right? So, that's another way. As I have said, self love and self care go hand in hand. So if I love myself, then I'm going to take care of myself, right? If you had watched my video, my live before, then you would have noticed that I've spoken on New Year's resolution, right? So self-care can self-love can actually be I should say I've spoken on two things: the live on New Year's resolution and the live on men and women's health. Where's our mind at? Those two lives will actually give you an insight onto some of the things that you can actually, try to plan, try to include in your resolutions for the new year, right? Self love, self care is also me knowing, okay, I need to trim, I need to get a trim, I need to shave, I need to look presentable. It is still self love. No matter how simple, self love can mean me saying, okay, I need to have my nails done, I need to do a pedicure, I need to do a facial, anything that is going to make you feel better, good, feeling positive about yourself is self love. So, like I have said, when I mentioned briefly New Year's resolution, I was thinking that if you have not been doing them, don't feel guilty. What you have to do is just to ensure that going forward, you're going to tell yourself that you are actually going to include those as you go along. Self-love, and I'm not going to give more ideas, not many more ideas, because you get the idea of what self-love is about. Self-love is actually can also include simple things like you budgeting for yourself, right? Each month or every now and then. So each month you can set yourself, you can say, okay, I work really hard. I'm going to reward myself. Nothing expensive, just something that you like, something that is that you really value. Self-love can even mean you actually planning that you actually have not had like a holiday in a little while. And so for 2023, you're going to ensure that along with everything else that you have been planning for, that you are actually going to include a holiday as well. Self-love, like I have said, moving away from negative people. Self-love is also you surrounding yourself with positive people. People who actually are going in the direction that you want to go to in life. Remember that you are not going to be loved by everybody. and you are not going to love everybody as well. You are not going to like the direction that everybody is going in. And everybody is not going to like the direction that you are going in life as well. But it is about you being true to yourself. You know, they have this saying, I am not going to be loved by everybody because I'm not a mug, right? You have to know for yourself. Like I have said, you know, when you practice self-love, you are going to be confident, right? And if you are confident, then you are going to know how to actually deal with situations where, you know, people don't like you, people actually are being negative towards you. Self-love is also going to help you to be in control of yourself, right? Because when you de-stress regularly, then of course you should not get angry easily. And even if you get angry, you're going to have a certain level of control, right? Where you can say, no, this is not me, right? So self-love, it is never a negative thing. It is a good thing, right? Why is self-love important? And I've written down certain things why self-love is important. One, self-love is important because if you don't love yourself, and I'm talking about me as well, if I don't love myself, I cannot love somebody else fully. I cannot appreciate when someone says, look, you're looking really nice today. I like what you're wearing. It's like you're going to start doubting whether the person means it, right? Or the person doesn't mean it. But if the self-love is there, if the self-love is reinforced where you're a confident person, then you're going to just say, oh, thank you very much, so and so and so, right? Self-love builds trust as well, right? So remember all of those. It is a good thing. Another reason why self-love is important is that if I cannot love, if I cannot appreciate myself, then I should not expect anybody else to appreciate me as well. Self-love, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, remember, it affects your confidence, and it can affect how you process things mentally. So that is why self-love is important. So if you take nothing else from what I have said in this live, from what I have said in this live stream, remember, self-love is important. Too many times we think about everybody else. We run ourselves to tread, right? We run ourselves. We are so stressed because we're taking care of everybody else and we're forgetting to take care of ourselves. Remember that your body is like, it's like the engine. Just like how you do like a MOT on your car, you need to take care of your body as well. Because if you don't take care of your body, if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot be healthy. You cannot give another person the fullest of you. And when I'm talking about another person, I'm talking about the children as well, your spouse, I'm talking about friends, I'm talking about family members, I'm talking about society in general. Because if you look around you, as you walk from day to day, you see so many people walking with this sad look on their faces. If you have self-love, if you show that wherever you go, if that radiates, right, then of course it can be catching where another person can just, you can lend somebody else your smile. Because what we need is more loving people. So practice self-love, right? And hopefully of course, you know, you will see the results. I myself need to actually include more self-love in everything that I do. So remember that anything that I'm saying to you now, it's not just to you, I'm saying it to myself as well, right? Okay, guys. Before I actually go, I tried to do it the last time, but now I can actually do it. So the Facebook page that you're looking for, and I'm saying that this is just for the benefit of people on Facebook. The Facebook page that you're looking for is this one, Destiny's Touch of Glamour, right? People on YouTube, you are already on my page. I wanted to point out as well that on my channel, Destiny's Touch of Glamour on YouTube, I actually have certain different icons. So if you look at the top, you will see a button for videos. So if I click on the one for videos, then I will see the videos that I have done like that. However, there is also something on YouTube known as shorts. So if I click on the icon at the top that says shorts, click on the icon at the top that says shorts, then you are going to see very short videos, right? So YouTube has something, videos is different from shorts. Shorts is like videos that it's almost like a reel. So shorts is like 15-second videos on YouTube. There is also something, if there you will also see a button for live. Live is where all the live streamings are stored. So yes, everything is there, because I keep hearing some people say, okay, I cannot see some of your videos. It's just that YouTube has come up with a way of actually where they store them under different headings. So remember, you're looking for videos, you're looking for shorts, and you're looking for lives. So live is like the live streaming whenever I do a live streaming. If I do not, do another live, I want to take the opportunity to actually say that I wish you all the best for 2023. I hope that you have made some solid resolutions. I know that some people actually do not believe in New Year's resolutions, but I would suggest that you actually go back, watch the live streaming that I have done on New Year's resolutions, how they should actually fit our lifestyle, because the resolutions that we have been making about losing weight every year we say that we want to lose weight. Every year we actually say that, we want to stop smoking, and so forth. Those are not working anymore. So remember, go on my live streaming. You will see something about, what you can do for your New Year's suggestions, for New Year's resolution. And I'm talking to both people on Facebook and I'm talking to people on YouTube as well. So this is the very first time that I'm doing a combined live for Facebook. This is actually the very first time that I am going live. Like I have said, if today's live stream is something that you're interested in, just know that I go live on Facebook every Wednesday and every Friday at this time. So because it's 8:30, I go live 8:30 in the UK, but of course in the different countries, of course the timing is different. So if you know the time that you are on now, I have been on for 34 minutes. So you will have an idea of what time to come on either a Wednesday, both on a Wednesday and on a Friday. Thank you so much for being live with me. Like I have said, have a wonderful 2023. May you live to see many more new years. May you make solid plans this time, plans that are going to see us in a better, a better place in life as we go along. So all the best, guys. Thank you so much for being live with me. So yes, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to close Facebook first, and I'm saying thank you so much. All the best for 2023. Thank you. Bye. Okay, for YouTube, thank you so much for being here with me when you're watching this video over. All the best for 2023. Thank you so much. And remember, just like how I've started the usual way, I'm going to put up my mirror and I'm going to say, you know that I'm talking about Shenseea, right? I can't remember. Okay, I'm looking for it. Don't worry. Don't stop. Don't stop. First thing in the morning, when I wake up, I thank God for life. I look in the, I look. Guys, you are just as bad. You are just as bad. I cannot even finish it in peace. You know what? People are laughing at me in my ears up here as well. So you know what? I am going to get off this live. All the best, guys, for 2023. Thank you. Bye.